Sit by the bonfire, velvet that drapes over the sky. Talk under the stars, wonder what life be like on Mars. Watch her wide-eyed memories ignite. Hold her real tight, whisper, my child. Seasons will fly by and friends will make you cry. The world will change before your eyes. You'll toast with champagne and make many mistakes that will keep you awake late at night. But know that when the going gets too hard, you'll have me and the stars. Far light years away, does someone gaze at the Milky Way? Dream under the stars, nestled into her father's arms. Does he watch her wide-eyed memories ignite? Holds her real tight, whispers, my child.
Hello mes amours, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Cindy and I make videos about everything that has to do with books, fashion and self-improvement. So if that's something you'd like to see or hear more of, please consider finishing this video and checking out my other ones. Thank you. Today, as the title suggests, we are having another book haul on this channel. If you've watched any of my other videos, you will know I love thrifting. Like, thrifting has become at this point of my life part of my personality. There is no Cindy without thrifting. A few days ago I went thrifting and I got some books that I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, there is a problem. I thought I could carry them out, but I can't. Oh my god, this is too heavy. Those ones there also are part of the book haul. So I'll just start. You know, I thought I could carry them all, but I'm just scared that if I try getting them all, I'm just gonna like spill everything on the floor, and we're not here for that. Books are too precious to be letting them fall on the floor. Although if you've watched my bookshelf reorganization, you would have seen how badly I treated those books, and I'm sorry, okay? I'm so sorry for that. This is 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khaled Hussein. If I have to be honest, I don't know much about the story, but I just know like it's one of those books you need to read. I saw it and I was like, I know this book, I should get it, and I got it. In no order whatsoever, the next book I got was Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I have a confession to make. I've never ever watched Little Women. I first of all have an issue already, and it's like a very bad issue. I cannot read children's book for the life of me. It's like I've blocked it out of my thoughts. I'm like, never ever reading children's book. We've passed that stage. I should read it. That's what I'm gonna say. Can you tell which author it is? If you can tell, first of all, I love you. We should be friends. And I don't know, you know me, because I feel like I've amassed so many Daphne du Maurier books in this particular edition that at this point you don't even need to see the front to guess what book it is. My favorite book of all time, I should say one of my favorite books of all time, because I have quite a few, is The Scapegoat. Because I got that book in this particular edition, Virago Modern Classics, every time I find a Daphne du Maurier book in this edition, I get it. She's one of my favorite authors, like in the entire world. Please read her. Please read Rebecca. Please read The Scapegoat. That is the only request I have for you today. Okay? Thank you. Another copy I got is this big hardcover. It's so beautiful. Oh, I love hardcovers so much. Everything about this book is just beautiful. I don't want to get it out, but this is like Islands in the Stream by Ernest Hemingway. It's the only book of his I saw the summary of, and I was like, oh, I want to read him. To be honest, not that I've been actively looking for books of his and reading the summary, but yeah, I got it on that day because I was like, oh, Ernest Hemingway, I should know you, I should like you. Let me get you. The next book is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. The premise of the story though is like seems really good. It's like the circus arrives without warning. No announcement preceded. It is simply there. When yesterday it was not. You can't read such a summary and not want to read the book. But I can't remember the last time I read fantasy. Oh my god, that is a lie. The last book I read was fantasy. The last book I finished, I should say, because last year I started a lot of books which I did not finish, and once again I am not proud of it. But the last book I finished, so I feel like I would have finished another book after that. But let's say like one of the last books I finished in 2022 was The Beautiful by Renee Adier. I loved that book so much. Like, I spent the entire time reading the book, like literally highlighting passages of it because of how beautiful she writes. I do believe, and I'm sorry if this is an unpopular opinion, that she tries too much sometimes, you know. I read certain words that she uses and I'm just like, you could have used something much, much simpler and it would have still like had the same impact. But maybe I'm just jealous. You know, maybe I'm just too judgy. However, I still have to say she writes beautifully. So that was the fourth book. I didn't really say much about it, but I bought those books because I haven't read them. And I can't really like say a lot about them because it's like I haven't read them, so I don't really know much. All I know is like it's a circus that comes. I feel like there's a love story also about this. I can't really remember. Either a triangle. Maybe I'm just now saying things to appear like I know what the book is about, but I genuinely like just know it's about a circus that comes at times, and they're kind of showing what's going on in the lives of the people in the circus. This is like Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. She's the one that wrote Red Queen, and there's so many good reviews about Red Queen. That's like a book I really want to read. If you guys have read Red Queen and you recommend it, please say it in the comment section down below so I can actually convince myself to read it. When I saw this, I was like, oh, I know the author, so let me just get it. The next book, of course, is by my baby. I genuinely love her so much. Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier. The premise of this book actually seems like so good, and it's Daphne du Maurier. I literally do not need a reason to read her. She's my baby, and I will read her. The next book I got is Edgar Allan Poe, The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket. I got this because it was Edgar Allan Poe and it's a classic. Although I've never read Edgar Allan Poe. Was it Edgar Allan Poe that I read last time? I have to check. Because like I remember reading one of those horror books, something about the rats living in the walls. I don't think it was Edgar Allan Poe. No, I don't think it was him. But I'll check. The next book I got is Twisted by Steve Kavanagh. If I have to be honest, I started reading this book a few years ago because I absolutely love Steve Kavanagh. The premise of Twisted seems so good, but I feel like it was difficult for me to get into the story and I stopped reading it. I ended up reselling my copy, and when I saw it I was like, I want to get it again. I actually really want to read it because I know like he's a writer I really like. Tell me you hear this and you don't want to buy the book. Before you read this book, I want you to know 3 things. 1, the police are looking to charge me with murder. 2, no one knows who I am or how I did it. 3, if you think you found me, I'm coming for you next. After you've read this book, you'll know the truth is far more twisted. Tell me this is not crazy. And like I feel like Steve Kavanagh, he comes up with the craziest ideas. I really like how he plays with like his stories, especially the latest ones that came out. There was The Devil's Advocate, which is also part of my personal collection that I really want to read, and there was 50-50. 50-50, honestly, like the whole premise is crazy. It's like 2 sisters and they're literally accusing one another, like, she killed, no, she killed. Like, tell me you don't really want to know how it goes. If you haven't checked out Steve Kavanagh or read any of his works, I would recommend you do. The next book I got was Lewis Carroll, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I've never read Alice in Wonderland. I did read the abridged versions. You know, like when you're a kid and you're reading those illustrated Alice in Wonderland books, I feel like a lot was removed from those books because, you know, like although it's a children book, it's not really written for kids, if you have to be honest. So I feel like a lot of it is actually removed from kids books, and so I really don't personally feel like I've read this book. It's just like, I don't know, maybe I should read it. Lewis Carroll is a writer that really like intrigues me, although it's really interesting to hear what people think about him or like say about him, should I say. Those 2 books, you've seen them already, so I'm just gonna show them at the same time, which is actually funny because those 2 books were recommended to me by my sister. She read both of them, she loved both of them. She loved this one so much that when the sequel came, I got it for her for her birthday. I think it was called Wayward Son, right? To be honest, I don't think they would say it here, would I? This is the first book. I have Fangirls. I actually have 2 copies of Fangirl. She loved it, and she recommends it to me like so badly. And it's one of those books I feel like everyone has read already because it was so popular. Was it back in back in 2019, like 18-19? I'm ashamed to say I haven't read it. The next is of course Tomi Adeyemi's Children of Blood and Bone. My sister called me one day, or maybe messaged me. I can't remember. She was like, "Listen, I just finished this book. Like, you have to check it out. It's called Children of Blood and Bone." And I was like, "Oh, I know the book." And she was like, "You do?" And then we spoke about it. She was like, read it. I like it. I love it so much." And then she was telling me she's gonna read the sequel and everything. And genuinely, my sister and I, we kind of share the same taste in books, in the sense where like young adult books, we gravitate towards them more. All of that to say, I really want to read that book. Okay, the next one is Animal Farm. The next one is Animal Farm. Sorry, it's too late. It's too late at night to be doing this. The next one is Animal Farm by George Orwell. I haven't read any George Orwell's book. Didn't read 1984. Didn't read Animal Farm. From what I've heard, this is right down my alley. Animal Farm is literally like justice. And all of these are like selected aces. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. I'm intrigued. I didn't know it was that short. Now that I know it's that short, I could finish this in a day. The next book I got, if anyone knows me, they would know Breakfast at Tiffany's has such a special place in my heart. I love Audrey Hepburn so much. Like, I just love her so much. And I feel like I watched because I didn't read the book, sadly. From what I heard, this is not an heterosexual love story, is it? I don't think it is. Oh, someone wrote it. This is like one of my favorite parts of finding thrifted books. It's the fact that people have written in them or like literally annotated them. And yeah, I watched it. I didn't read the book. I'm really intrigued. I really want to read the book, considering it's also such a short read. The next book I got is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. Okay, first of all, very unpopular opinion. I do not think I'll be reading any Cassandra Clare ever. I'm sorry. I watched the Shadow Hunter series and I loved the show though. I was in love with Alec. That's his name, right? Alec and Magnus. Oh my god, they were my babies. I loved them so much. Let's move to the next book, and it is Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I really like her. That's where I should start. I really like that woman. First of all, before her, I didn't want to be seen as a feminist. And to be honest, I'm not gonna give her the whole credit as to my becoming a feminist. But oh my god, I'm sorry, like it's through her talks, her books, and everything that I realized that actually I'm a feminist. And being a feminist is not about what we see on the media, about like women that are so angry at men, that hate men. No. And if there's anyone that is watching it, please like check out, like, and to be honest, like we're in 2023 now. I feel like everyone knows, so I shouldn't be saying that, but like if you're a woman, and even if you're a man and you don't consider yourself to be a feminist, please research on it. You would actually discover that all it says is we want equal rights for women and men, and I'm sure everyone knows it at this point, but I don't want to generalize. So let's imagine that not everyone knows it. But anyways, I love it so much because of that. I'm also really interested in reading more African authors, and it's been a goal of mine since last year. Sadly, I did not get around to reading much, but this year, if I can, if I can get on that train and read her. Oh my god, the font is so small. I have to say I got them from different charity shops. I got this first, and after I got this, and I regretted getting this. So I think I'm gonna keep this because it's so beautiful and resell this. This copy is beautiful as well. I think like this copy is the one that is like really known. But I love how fluffy it is. I love fluffy books. I love when like writers get like so creative with their books, like just like with their work. It's good. Like it makes the experience much more enjoyable. The last book I got is The Disreputable History of Frankie Lanardo Banks. You know what? I feel like Lockhart is one of those writers I would read and I would fall in love with. So I'm sitting here wondering why I haven't read Lockhart so far. Like, why am I taking the piece? Why? Can someone explain this to me? I don't know. This was signed by Lockhart. What? I cannot believe this. I don't know if it was Lockhart. Or if it was like, wow, why would you donate it? I understand, like, if you get bored or if, like, you decide that this is not your favorite author anymore or just, like, grow up from it. But it's one of those things I would want to keep. At this point, if I get a book gets dedicated to me or signed to me like that, it's part of my personality. Like, I'm sorry, this is my book now. I'm never getting rid of it. Let me show you quickly the books I said I really want to read. And I really want you guys to imagine, like, which ones you think they are. It's like there's already one, you know, definitely the red one. But let's start. And those are the books I think out of all of that about that I actually like really want. If I have to be honest, like, those are the books I'm really interested in reading. So you guys, thank you all for watching this video. If you've made it here, thank you. I love you. If you haven't, it's fine. I love you still. I hope to see you guys in my next video, and please, in the meantime, do check out my other book videos in this playlist. And let me know also which of these books you feel like you read and you recommend, you want to read, and you are never gonna read. Hope to see you in the next video once again. Love you, mes amours. Bye.